Welcome to Auto Expert with Celebrity. Auto Expert crew visited one of the finest artists to come from Nigeria in a scrape called Ice Empire in Lagos. He was in a duo called Earthquake, now defunct, and they were popular with their hit track Alanta. Remember? Now the artist has gone solo and now doing bigger things. He has a new single, Jamming the Streets presently, whom he featured Slim Kate and Dollar Signo, titled 4G Wireless. He showed us around his crib, his numerous awards and achievements. Then he took us to his garage to show us his cars. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Ice K.
Oshaprapra,
you guys are welcome back to Auto Expert with Celebrity. I think right now I'm going to show you around my toy. I actually have a pet name for most of my cars besides the fact that they have special plate numbers. If they want to ask me, which car do I want to take out today? Am I taking out the Benz or the LR or the MDX? All of them have their name. Like this one so far now. Nababanla, we they call them. And I'm hoping that I'm still going to buy Baba Balagba after this one. And the Land Rover, we call Baba. The MDX, we call our niggas, our boys. I actually love SUVs. Like most people would have noticed, I hardly drive cars. I drive more of SUVs. Starting off music, earning fame without having money was serious trouble. It was big trouble for me. It was a lot of hide your face. One day, I was heading somewhere around Palm Grove, and then there was a pedestrian bridge. But I said, no, let me cross the bridge. Immediately I crossed the bridge like this. All these tax force just catch me. And I was wearing a face cap. I didn't cover my face. As they catch me, the guy come up cap for my face. I say, kilo fagwe now. We don't suffer. No matter how bad things seems like for you, about now, I bet you it's just the ladder that you are climbing. Because these things don't happen. They are not magic. Even God is not a magician. If you see the way God does things, He does it progressively, you know. So whatever you're going through today is like a ladder to greatness.
Hey yo, what up? We up in the building on a 4G wireless.
My first car was Opel Kadett. That's the first one I bought myself. And I remember many years past, the car started developing a lot of overheating faults. Started getting to overheat. Then I took it to the mechanic. We changed the ring. They say, oh yeah, ring gear. Then we ring the car. After we ring them, reach 3 months. Car don dey ring cost for that mechanic. She only can change the ring yo. Where they see money I don't waste. And then I had a Murano. Nissan Murano was white. That was the first best car I ever drove. Anytime. In fact, if I see one small, it was a white car. If I see one small stain for the car like this, I go para kilo. Talo stain motor get. The cars are well maintained based on how much I love to take care of the car. I service these cars with mileage. Once I service it, I check the next 1,500 miles. Some people use 3,000, but I use 1,500. And however, I don't use just regular oil to service this car. I use synthetic oil. It is typical of most Nigerians to disobey traffic rules in Nigeria. I bet you, because my family lives in the US, so I'm mostly in the US at least about 3 times in a year. When I'm in the US, I bet you the truth, I am the most sane driver ever lived. I am very careful. But when we come to Nigeria, we tend to disobey some traffic rules. You know, especially maybe some places where you're very used to turning and they now put no U-turn. Now, like if I have to go through the regular U-turn, you might have to get through a lot of traffic, then you do the shortcuts. I try as much as possible to obey the traffic rule and lead by example. When I was using the low-end cars, you know, like those days of the Opel Cadets and all that, you dare not go out without checking your radiator because the water where you put there yesterday don't finish. You have to top it, check the oil. The engine, if you don't chop the oil don't go down. You know, you can top oil and all that. But I bet you, lately, I don't check anything on my cars when I'm going out, except maybe if we have to go on a long trip. The good look about high-end cars is, you know, high-end cars, you don't need to check. There's check and balance on the display screens. If the car has any issue, it's showing on the screen. For example, if the tire pressure is not balanced, like one is showing 42, one is showing 39, it's not even supposed to be anything over 40. You know, the display screen tells you there's a problem. So that's how I get to monitor it. It's not like check it manually, like I have to check. I can't remember the last time we opened the engine of the car. So the only thing we do is, when we know it's due for servicing, which is something I calculate by mileage, when it gets to that mileage, then we just take it to the place where we normally get to service it. Now, I have display screens here, right? And then when you look at the dashboard, it's so sensitive. When you go back, the air conditioning here is just like the one in aircraft. You know, put it on and it comes up so heavy. You know, this is actually a 550. It's a G of 550. It's a 3-seater, you can see. And then the car has got elegance. One more thing is, if I turn off the car, for example, if I turn off the car and do this, you know, you see, put off the car, and then this goes shut off by itself. And then if I'm going to start the car by it, you just see these lights come on, especially when it's in the night. You go love money when you see this thing for night. You know, you say, you know what I mean? Then another thing is, see, the wheels are very strong. You know, it's very unlike the wheels I had when I bought the Land Rover. The wheels that came with the Land Rover was a different kind of wheel, but it couldn't stand the test of time in Nigeria. When it began to enter Porto, the wheels started bending. But this one, you know what I mean? Really been nice having you guys. Stay tuned to the Auto Expert today, and I really feel good to have been one of the guests, and I'm also very happy to have had you guys on the other end watching, and I hope you guys had a lovely time. We'll see you guys next time. One love.
Sense amiga, and a 4G wallet.